And in a way, I guess we were. That expression in Tim's eyes remains with me to this day. I was with him, and he with me, to the end. I miss him to this day, and I know it's a loss I share with the entire tennis world. During the time when Tim was no longer able to travel with me, Paul Annacone quietly became the key silent partner in our team. And after Tim passed, Paul became my coach. Even though he beat me in '89, I still hired him. It was clear to me that Paul knew what I was all about. In fact, Paul would get to know me better than anyone else as a tennis player. We had a very unique relationship, one that I think is very rare to find. Paul, he knew how to really keep things simple and how to downplay things rather than ramp up an occasion. We really clicked that way. Yet he still quietly pushed me to play a certain way, pushed me to attack and to chip and charge and impose my will on my opponents. And Paul wasn't a big rah-rah guy. He didn't say a whole lot, but the things he said I took to heart. I won a lot of majors with Paul. I won a lot of tournaments with Paul. But Paul, he never got the credit he deserved. He wasn't looking for the limelight. He wasn't looking for the attention or the credit. But deep down in me, I know what he meant for my career. So thanks, Paul. Yeah. In the late summer of '99, I had to pull out of the U.S. Open with a back injury. It was the best injury of my life because that's where I met my wife, Bridget. We've been married almost 7 years. We have 2 great kids, Ryan and Christian. When I met Bridget was involved in a very successful acting career, but she put everything aside to travel with me and support me. In the final 2 hardest years of my career, she became my rock and my sounding board. I was struggling with issues that I had never faced before. But through it all, Bridget kept me together with her empathy and compassion, her selflessness and light. She had to live with me at a time when it couldn't have been fun. Yet her unwavering loyalty and faith in me kept me strong at a time when I was losing faith in myself. In fact, I remember a conversation we had one night. I just lost in the second round of Wimbledon. It was the lowest point of my career, and I was thinking about retiring, and maybe it was time for me to move on. But she said these words that I'll never forget, and she said, "I will support you in whatever you decide to do, but promise me one thing, that when you do go out, it will be on your terms." Those words resonated deep within me. They stayed with me. They became this new fuel that I needed to hear to win my record 14th major in 2002. It was the last official tournament that I ever played. I remember after winning the match, and I went up to embrace Bridget, and she was pregnant at the time, and I felt this unbelievable partnership, and it was a team effort. So you got me through the toughest time of my career, so I thank you. But Bridget and I, we've been through a lot together in a short amount of time. And I'm constantly reminded why I married Bridget. She is committed and loyal. She's an amazing mother. And beyond that, she loves me in a way that I've never known. And then through that, she's opened me up in ways I never thought possible. I'm more comfortable and happier that she is by my side. And I laugh a lot more, but not today. She's my rock, and I hope that I'm hers. I just want to say thank you for everything that I love you. I guess I bottled up emotion for 16 years, and now you're seeing it, huh? But tennis has represented a big part of my life. It's given me a lifetime of memories and lessons, all of which I will carry with me forever. At the end of the day, the thing I'm most proud of is I never strayed from my core values. From the attitudes and philosophy passed on to me from my parents and men like Rod Laver. I embraced the quiet way, and I walked the high road as best I could. Above all, I wanted to represent myself, my family, and the game in a way which we could all be proud of. So as I take my place among the greatest players of all time here in the Hall of Fame, I stand before you both humbled and grateful. I'm a tennis player. Nothing more and nothing less. It's more than enough for me. It always has been. I thank you.
Pete, you thought playing in Grand Slam finals was tough, didn't you? It's a privilege to give you our blazer, our Hall of Fame certificate, and welcome you, Pete Sampras, into the International Tennis Hall of Fame.
Well, a huge day for Pete Sampras. Obviously, it was a cute line when Pete said, 16 years I played, never been quite this emotional. It's so true. A tremendous on-court appearance by Pete Sampras. This crowd, a standing ovation for the 14-time Grand Slam winner and 7 times a Wimbledon singles champion. As Tony Trabert has done a marvelous job at courtside, and certainly all the people involved here really enjoying it. And I know Billy Talbert, who this court is named after, the Bill Talbert Center Court, would have enjoyed the ceremonies today, that is for sure. And so Pete Sampras with his coach, Paul Annacone, who had some marvelous words to say. Annacone upsetting Sampras early in his career, and Paul said, I won't forget that. And Pete said, well, I'll forgive you for that, Paul. But a wonderful moment for one of the all-time great players, Pete Sampras, being inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Well, it's been a terrific day for everybody involved. 4 inductees: Russ Adams as the great photographer coming in, Sven Davidson, one of the master players, was involved, Sven, a great Swedish Davis Cup player, and certainly one of the great players in the 50s and 60s out of Sweden. And then he helped start Open Tennis by calling everybody together back in 1968 and saying, hey, let's open this game up to both pros and amateurs. And then Arantxa Sanchez Vicario, certainly one of the all-time great women players, first Spanish women player to be inducted 3 times, a French Open champion. And then finally, Pete Sampras being inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. It has been a marvelous day for all of us here at the Newport Casino, and a marvelous day for the International Tennis Hall of Fame. I hope you've enjoyed it, everybody. We've certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. Thanks for being with us from the International Tennis Hall of Fame.